Good afternoon, everyone. Steven Giordano here. Honored, as always, to be joining you on the Next Level Live, where today we're going to be diving into how we handle the last 2 weeks of the year, how we handle the holidays, and how we set ourselves up for a tremendous run in 2022 and beyond. There's a lot to really unpack when it comes to this time of the year. There's so much going on. There can be so many distractions. How do you manage it all? How do you manage your business? How do you manage your family? And really, how do entrepreneurs do it? Because that's really what we all are. We're independent business owners, and we need to act accordingly. And I think the one big thing to remember is that we need to always act as entrepreneurs a little bit differently than the way maybe we acted at a corporate job, at a 9-to-5 job. Because this requires more, and I think we always need to remember that, because the fact of the matter is it's kind of like working weekends, right? We work typically Saturdays and Sundays in a short term to go out, help people, write insurance. So this way we're not doing the same job 10 years from now, 15 years from now. We've set ourselves up financially. We've created financial freedom. So I think we need to really take that into the way we look at the holiday time. And I hate to say holiday season, and I'm going to talk about that in a little bit, how it's a day. Like Christmas is a day. Christmas Eve is the evening. And we got New Year's Eve and New Year's Day, which is fine, and we're going to celebrate them and enjoy our families and all that good stuff. But the fact of the matter is we have business to run, we have people to help, and we can't allow distractions to hurt the great momentum that we've built in the year of 2021 at Family First Life, because I'm a firm believer the way that you end your 2021 is the way you're going to start your 2022, and you need to propel yourself into a new year. You can't go limping into a new year, because if you do, it's going to be insanely hard for you to kind of get your momentum back, and you could really put your business back, weeks, months, so on and so forth. So we're really going to dive into it today. I remember last year, as I was preparing to talk today, last year on New Year's Day, got up early. I had a full slate of appointments, and I came off being the number one producer last year. And I remember saying to myself, all right, you got to work harder this year. You got to be better this year, because last year's over. And if you look at any good sports franchise and the franchises that win consistently, right? The Alabamas of the world, the Patriots of the world, as much as I hate to say that, but the fact of the matter is they are what they are, and they win for a reason, is because what they do is they don't rest on their laurels of having success in the prior year, the prior game. They're always focused on what's next. And we're a prime example. Family First Life is now the largest and fastest growing IMO in the nation, right? We know that. We celebrate it. It's amazing. We will probably hit about 425 million in issue paid life business in this year, which is bananas when you think of where we started, where we were. We just celebrated Founders Day, 8 years in. So it's really crazy when you actually break that down and think about where we were and where we have come, right? So it would be very easy for everybody to sit back and be like, well, we climbed the mountain. We're the biggest, we're the baddest, we're the best, we make the most. Let's kind of sit back and enjoy it. But instead, we need to do the exact opposite. So just like I looked at myself last year, New Year's Day, where I had a full slate of appointments to go out and help people and continue to grow my business, I knew right at that moment, last year was over. It didn't matter. We were all at zero. And we all had a lot of work to do, because even though we're the biggest and the baddest in the industry, we haven't even scratched the surface, because there's so many people that need insurance. There's so many agents that are at bad companies, bad comp, that need to be saved. We need to work harder, because our goals for 2022 need to be to double, to go from 425 to about 850, and really pushing on that billion that Sean talks about, $1 billion company in 10 years, right? So we can't sit there and worry about what we did. We got to worry about what's next. And it really means that right now, this is pivotal. The next 2 weeks of the holidays, pivotal as to what you're going to do in your business. So this way you can take yourself to the next level, without distractions, and we can really get to work and get to accomplishing what we're looking for. So a couple things I want to just kind of to go through here, made a little PowerPoint here, would be the following. So how we're going to manage, how to finish the year strong, right? All right, so it's a holiday, not a holiday week or a holiday month. Normal America that aren't entrepreneurs and don't do what we do are going to take tons of time off this time of the year, and they're going to basically limp into the new year, and they're going to put themselves back. So, yes, 100%. The name of this company is Family First Life. We are all about family first. We are all about doing what we do for our family, being there for our family. But the one big thing I want everybody to really think about is what we do and the money that we're able to make. It's for our family. So yes, time versus money always. We want to have time with our family, and we should. And it should be mapped out. It should be planned out. It should be routed out. And it should be on the calendar before, a month or a week starts. But if we don't go to work and we don't provide financially for our family, we're going to have problems. So yes, everybody's in a different situation. Some need to work a little more than others. But the fact of the matter is, if you look at what you want out of this situation, out of this company, you have to give it your all at this time of the year to take yourself to the next level. So don't fall into the trap of, I got to take a week off. I got to take 2 weeks off. Nobody wants to buy during the holidays, which I'm going to touch upon. Don't fall into that trap, because every time that you fall into traps of they don't want to buy, they don't want to this, it's not the right time, it's not all the excuses that you can conjure up in your mind, if you fall into that trap, basically the things that you create are going to be real, and they're not. They're the complete opposite. So get with your family, figure out, okay, we're going to, Aunt Betty's house for Christmas Eve, and then Christmas Day we're going to be, we're going to be home, we're going to be cooking, but the day of Christmas Eve, I'll be running appointments. I'll be dialing the day before. If I don't get enough appointments, I'll be hopping on live call transfers. I'll be trying to book over Zoom. I'll be trying to find ways to ensure that my business runs, because at the end of the day, I have bills, and the bills and the business bills and the expenses and all the things that we have, they don't care that it's a holiday. Like they have to get paid, because the train still keeps on running, right? So don't fall into the trap. Enjoy the day, enjoy your family, but focus on the fact that it's one day and not a season, month, week, all that jazz. All right, so make goals, not resolutions. This is a big one for me, because I think typical people in the country, I have a New Year's resolution. What's the number one resolution we all hear? I want to lose weight. I want to lose weight. I want to get in shape. That's great. Cool. I love it. If you want to do that, God bless you. I support you. You should, right? So any of us that have a gym membership, we know that like the first week of January, there's like 1 million people there. You can't get a machine. It's kind of crazy. And then it thins out, right? So the second week's a little less. The third week, February, you can't find anybody. So my point is, if you're going to focus on resolutions and, oh my God, I need to wait till the 1st and now my life's going to change, you don't have the right mentality. You don't have the right mindset. What you should be looking at is, what were my goals for 2021 that I did or did not achieve. If I didn't achieve them, how am I going to readjust them for this year to achieve them in both short and long term, right? You should have weekly goals. You should have monthly goals, personal goals, business, health, family. You should have goals set up for yourself in every aspect of your life, because the only way you're going to grow and get better as an individual is by having targets to hit. You're going to have some lofty ones that they might be a little unattainable, but if you came really close, you'd be still doing okay. And then you're going to have some other ones that are, much more attainable. Then the flip side of that is, if you had goals that you hit, it's like saying, just like we are at FFL, me, personal production, team production, whatever it is, hey, that's awesome, cool, that's terrific. Like, I'll give you an example for me as a personal producer. Great. Number one producer in the company. Awesome. Terrific. Close the book, 2021. Bang, 2022. Time to go to work. What's my goal for this year? What's my team goal for this year? What do I need to do to be better? Because I think the teams, like we talked earlier about, the teams that win, the franchises that win, they're not sitting there putting their trophies on the counter and looking at them all day and saying, oh, we've arrived. They're not. They're just not. Nick Saban's not doing that. Alabama's not doing that. Alabama's out working, recruiting, trying to figure out what's next. And that's the mentality we have to have, because it's the only way we're going to continue to grow. And the amazing thing is, if you keep that mentality as you move forward, you're always going to keep winning along the way, because you're winning, you're doing, and you're trying to get better. Instead of saying, I'm the greatest, I'm the best team, I'm the best producer, I'm the best. No, I need to be humble. I need to be hungry. I need to be starving each and every day. And I always have to remember that no matter what level of success that I've attained, I have to be as hungry as I was when I wasn't the number one producer. I have to be as hungry as I was when my team wasn't what it is today, because there's a lot of people on my team and on all of our teams that are not where they want to be. And what we need to say to ourselves is, how do we work harder so those people can attain their goals and change their lives for their family? That's the way we have to look at it. So goals, not resolutions. Big thing for me. Scheduling work and play, right? We all have to have things in our lives where we enjoy our time, right? We need to see family. We have commitments. We all have lives. We all have things that have to be attended to, right? We're not going to work 24 hours a day. Nobody's saying that. But scheduling it out so it's proportioned correctly. Now, proportioned correctly for me and you are going to be probably two different things, right? I have goals that are crazy high, and my crazy high goals are going to be around the sacrifices I'm willing to make to hit the levels of goals that I want to be. If I want to, be a top producer, if I want to be a Hall of Fame producer, if I want to build $1 million agency, if I want to be an integrity partner, whatever they are, you have to match in your schedule of your life balance here, or imbalance, what you need and what you want and what you're willing to give up to get it, right? And again, everybody's going to be different. Nobody's mad at you if yours is what it is, like if yours is different than mine. Some people are going to give up more than others. That's fine. Some people are going to get more than others. That's fine. And everybody can be happy in what it is that they're looking to attain. But when it comes to, scheduling things, if you schedule out, hey, I have a week of vacation and we're going here, that's cool. Nobody said to not take vacation. Nobody said to not do anything with your family, go to events. You should do those things. But what I always like to say to myself is, did I earn it? If I had a bad week, did I earn going out to dinner on Saturday night with my family? Or did I not? Or do I need to run more appointments? Or maybe I don't care. Maybe I'll move on to the next week. But whatever it is, you need to determine it for yourself. So kind of scheduling out work and play with your family, your spouse, your kids, figuring it out. But I'd say this, if you don't have enough money to pay your bills and do things and pay your leads, pay your business, you need to give up time and give up things. Fact of the matter. It's the only way that you're going to get ahead. And the great thing is, if you work through the holidays and you work through these next couple weeks, like you could pay for your Christmas, you could pay for your holiday, you could pay for all the gifts for all the kids in like a weekend. And guess what? Normal Americans, what do? They spend a lot of money for the holidays, and then the bills come in January, and then they don't have enough to pay it because their income's their income. It doesn't change in the 12 months, but then all of a sudden their spending habits changed, and now they can't pay their credit cards off. Where how amazing is it as agents at FFL, we can sit there and go out in a week, weekend, 2 weeks, month. We could pay for every holiday of the year if we just go to work and sacrifice it and then don't have to live in debt like most of America does. Because you see, obviously people that do this, for the most part, they don't want to be or do things the way that everybody else does it. They just don't. Not everybody wants to be a business owner. And that's cool. Not everybody should. Not everybody's cut out for it. And that's fine. But if you're going to do this, look at the things that you're able to do for your family financially. And then obviously, again, buying your time back. And of course, when you're building an agency, leveraging on the fact that you have an agency that creates passive income that might allow you more time because you put out sacrifice now for later. You know, the short-term pain for the long-term gain, right? Okay, so limiting distractions. Obviously a very, very hard thing to do. There's so many distractions we have that are out there. There's so many things going on. How do you stay focused, right? Here's how you stay focused. Because you have the goal and the target, the task at hand. And you have to be the type of person mentally that's not going to allow anything in the way of that, right? You're going to go out and understand that you have this business that needs fuel and it needs grind and blood, sweat, and tears. It needs those things. So therefore, the distractions aren't bigger than what the need is, right? So keep your distractions to a minimum and understand that these are just normal weeks that have a day or two in them that we're going to readjust, right? So let's look at a schedule, right? So if it's Christmas Day, I know I'm not running on Christmas Day, but I'm dialing the day before, like I said before. I'm in the field Christmas Eve. I'm also dialing, Christmas Eve to book appointments for the day after Christmas. So this way, I had my day, I enjoyed my day, and then boom, I'm back at it the next day. And I'm not missing 2, 3, 4 days out of the field where now my business is going to suffer. And that's hard to do. There's a lot of distractions. You have to have laser focus. And honestly, this goes for any time of the year because the reality is there's always distractions. The people that are top producers and top agency owners, the difference is they don't allow the distractions to get in the way of what they're looking to achieve. It's as simple as that. You have to have mental toughness and a mentality that keeps you focused on what you're doing. Now, things that work for me, I have a schedule. I schedule out everything in my day. Waking up, working out, in the office, dialing, interviews, recording podcasts, all the different things that have to happen. And then the other thing is not overcommitting in the things that you need to do, because a lot of times this time of the year, we can overcommit too many things. Learn how to say no. I can do this, this, and this, but I can't do that because I got to run appointments that day. You have to have the gumption to kind of say to people, hey, look, I just can't do that right now. I have to do these things because they're the most important right now for me, my business, my family, what have you. And look, some people understand, some won't. It always goes back to, even with your family doing this business, you have to get people on board for what you're doing. And if you do that, then there's going to be less questioning because you told them what the story was. And that's just the way it's got to be. Adjust lead order to overcome holiday objections. Okay. All year long, we have objections. We have objections in the summer in certain parts of the country, vacation time, holidays, obviously. There's all these distractions, okay? Adjust your lead order, right? And here's the magical thing. Let's say you had to up your lead order a couple $100 for 2 or 3 weeks, okay? Because you will get from people, hey, I can't do this. I'm out of town, blah, blah, blah. The way I looked at it was this. It's the same as it is any other time of the year. The people that are going to have excuses are going to have excuses. I'm going to find a way to overcome them on the phone. If I can't, I'm going to have enough leads that they don't matter. Because for every person that has an objection, there's another person that has urgency around the fact that they need to get this done. And that leads me kind of to my next thing, urgency, right? Create urgency with your clients. Let them understand why we need to get this done now, like you would any other time of the year. And also change your mentality. My mentality is this. There's plenty of people this time of year that have more urgency because they're thinking of their family. They're seeing their family. How many people see their family just for the holidays? Guess when's the greatest time to sell insurance? The holidays. I just saw my niece and nephew, who I want to make sure when I pass away, get money to pay off this house. They just saw them. They probably only see them once or twice a year. They're buyers. So while some people will look at this and say, man, terrible time of the year to sell, it's a great time of the year to sell. And honestly, 12 months of the year are a great time of the year to sell. There are ebbs and flows in the insurance industry that you can look at. And certain companies, IMOs, what have you, they don't do well at certain times of the year. And you know what's really cool about us being the best and being number one? We sell at all times of the year. And we sell more and more and more and in abundance, and we grow every month. So clearly it's not an issue. It's only an issue if you make it one and you put it up here in your brain. So always remember that. But the people that need urgency, it's just like any other time. We got to create urgency no matter what. We got to get this done. And again, adjusting the leads. If I got to tweak, I got to add, I got to subtract, I got to mix them up, whatever it is, mix it up, find the right mix for you, go a little bit over, because here's the amazing thing. The ones that give you the holiday objection that you just cannot get to, you know what's awesome? Calling them January 1st, because now the holidays are over and now they got to get it done. So just adjust and you'll be fine. You know, the other thing, clients spend more during the holidays, right? A lot of people will act like nobody's going to buy, they're spending money on gifts, they're this, that, and the other. That's nonsense, and I'll tell you why. People spend money now. People will spend more money on insurance because, again, they're seeing family, they're already spending money, and they're thinking about them. They're thinking about it. So if you're overcoming the objections, you're creating urgency with them. And your brain, you're saying they are spending more money. You're going to have bigger premiums. You're going to sell more policies. And another thing to think about is this. While other agents in other companies, and maybe even here, while other agents are taking time off, I'm selling insurance to their leads. Because if I'm doing what needs to be done for the business and I'm going out of my way to work, take care of the clients, what have you, and somebody else is on vacation, I'm winning, they're losing. Simple as that. So make that decision. You know, people fill out what they fill out and we go out and help them, which is great. But if somebody's taking off, like, it's just like anything else. If you're getting up late and not dialing early, like, and I'm going to win, you're going to lose. I mean, it's simple as that. So just kind of keep that in the back of your mind this time of the year, that you can really get ahead, because while some people take the time off, if you're the one that works, you're the one that's going to take it to the next level. All right. And this is a great time of the year to hire new agents. So remember that. People now that are going into I need to change, I need a resolution, I need to do this, I need to do that, while they're thinking about what's their next move, we can swoop in, share the opportunity with them, and get them all off to a fresh start. So it's like taking advantage of the situation of the people that do live in the world of resolutions. They want something new. So it's a phenomenal time to hire, save agents, get them in something fresh. Whatever they were doing wasn't working. They had a bad year, whatever. If it's at another insurance company, if they're unlicensed, whatever it is. It's a phenomenal time of year to hire new agents, because so many people need change and want change in a new year. So I think that's a big, big key in, what we're looking to do here. Because the fact of the matter is, if we are going to take ourselves to being a company that's double in size of what we are right now, we've got to hire a lot more. We've got to convert a lot more. Another thing I would look at would be some agents that kind of fell off. Reach back out to them. It's a new year. It's a new day. See where they're at. Help them. Tell them of all the great new things that are coming their way. We got the convention coming. There's so many things right now that we can really hang our hat on as a company as to what the future is going to bring, that we can revive some people. Like, it's a lot of people that sold in 2021 and they sold a little, but they didn't really they didn't really see it through. Reach out to them. See what they're doing. Starting a new year, fresh start, and capitalize on the fact of people's mentality with resolutions in a new year. And I truly believe if we can really focus and do all these things going into 2022, there is no doubt in my mind that we can double, and we can really, really set ourselves up, set up so many people to be integrity partners, set up so many people to be Hall of Famers. Think of the number of Hall of Famers we had, 2 years ago, a year ago, and then this year, and what it'll be next year. Like, think of it. That's so many people's lives impacted. So many families with more financial freedom. It's truly amazing, but we got here based on our hard work and our work ethic, and we have to continue the work ethic. We're getting better. We're evolving. And we need to focus 100% and keep growing as individuals. And if we do that, we'll grow as a company. So I really hope this helps. I hope everybody has a tremendous end to their 2021. What an amazing ride, an amazing year it's been. I can't thank enough all the mentors that I have, Sean, all the people at the corporate office that do such an amazing job for us, Integrity. I just can't thank you all enough. And I'm just really, really excited to see what 2022 is going to bring. It's an amazing journey, and I'm just happy and blessed to be on it. And I can't wait to bring more and more agents as we save the agents all across the country at all these other companies that are just not doing what we're doing. So have a great season, and thank you for all you do. Take care.